to Sunday.
Open on holidays.
Shop smart and smart.
So much fresh fruit and produce.
Good quality service. Unlimited parking. All the best products at S-Mart. You get the best prices. Shop smart at S-Mart.
Boy, that water cold, no sir. I cannot bathe in that. Mommy, so much heaters it have all. You cannot get a water heater. I have to say how much our father before I go under the water. I go and buy LA Jupiter tomorrow for one. And verity. At LA Jupiter, we want you to have hot water at home. Visit us and ask about our Solar Dynamics water heating system. Showers and baths can become more enjoyable. Laundry can be cleaned better with Solar Dynamics water heating system. Your water is heated naturally and you save money on your electricity bill. Call us today, 448-2310, and ask about our layaway plan. Come home to quality, only at LA Jupiter.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
Good morning and welcome to the DBS Major Morning News. It is Saturday, the 8th day of March 2025. I am your presenter this morning. My name is Joseph Fadul. In the headlines, Dominica joins the rest of the world to observe International Women's Day with a call for Dominican women to support each other. In news from the region, the Bahamas government says debris from SpaceX Starship rocket has fallen into Bahamian airspace. And internationally, a wave of Russian strikes killed at least 14 and injured dozens, says Ukraine. The DBS Major Morning News returns right after this.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go! Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digicel TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News, topping off this morning's with the headlines. Minister for Housing and Urban Renewal, Melissa Popon-Skerrit, has called on Dominican women to join hands to address the challenges facing women. Her call comes as Dominica joins the rest of the world to observe International Women's Day today. Mrs. Skerrit, the parliamentary representative for the Roseau Central constituency, delivered the feature address at the 10th Exceptional Women's Awards ceremony at the State House, which took place on Friday.
But there's something we must talk about today, because it is the greatest threat to the progress that we as women have made. For centuries, women have fought against the barriers that men placed in front of them. But do you know what hurts the most? When the knives are coming from our own sisters. You see, we know how to rise above criticism from men. We know how to hold our heads high when they try to belittle us. We even know how to fight them. We know how to fight, but how do we fight? The hands that are pulling us down are the same ones that should be lifting us up. We rise, ladies, by lifting each other up. And let me be clear, we cannot afford to fight each other when there is still so much left to build. And so today, I challenge every woman in this room to be the fire that lights another woman's path, not the wind that tries to put out her flame. But as we climb, as we break through barriers, we must never forget those behind us.
That was the parliamentary representative for the Roseau Central constituency, Melissa Popon-Skerrit. Meantime, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services, Dr. Cassandra Williams, says in spite of progress being made by women island-wide, the challenges facing women are a matter of concern.
But as we celebrate these achievements, we must also recognize the barriers that still exist Too many women continue to face inequality, gender-based violence, limited economic opportunities, and underrepresentation in leadership positions. We must work together to break down these barriers and ensure that every woman in Dominica, no matter her background or circumstance, has the opportunity to succeed. As a government, we remain deeply committed to advancing women's rights and ensuring gender equality. We are strengthening policies that promote women's leadership in governance, business, and civil society. Equal access to education, training, and skills development, protection from gender-based violence and discrimination, improved health care, including maternal and reproductive health services, economic opportunities that allow women to thrive in entrepreneurship and innovation. We believe that when women are empowered, entire communities benefit. A nation cannot reach its full potential if half of its population is held back. When we invest in women, we invest in stronger families, more productive economies, and a more just and equitable society.
That was the Minister of State in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services, Dr. Cassandra Williams. President of the Girl Guides Association of Dominica, Josette Seraphine Hedrington, says International Women's Day is an opportunity for people around the world to consider the vast contribution of women in all facets of society.
The Girl Guides Association of Dominica honored the remarkable achievements of women and girls around the globe and to recognize the ongoing journey towards equality. International Women's Day, observed every year on March 8th, is more than a celebration. It is a call to action. It reminds us of the importance of breaking down barriers, stereotypes, and ensuring every woman has the opportunity to thrive. The theme is Accelerate Action. It is a powerful call, urging us to move faster and more decisively in our efforts to achieve gender equality. It is about recognizing the strategies and tools that can drive women's progress in education, employment, and leadership. International Women's Day is a global event focused on recognizing the social, economics, cultural, and political achievements of women. The Girl Guides Association of Dominica has equality at its core, violence against women, empowering girls and women to develop the skills and knowledge they need to raise their voices and shape a better world. Happy International Women's Day.
President of the Girl Guides Association of Dominica, Josette Seraphine Hedrington. Meantime, costume builder and designer Marlietta Valmont was among 10 Dominican women recognized by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services on Friday.
Okay, so I am a costume builder and designer. I also design warp duets, accessories for Creole, hats, bags, umbrellas, anything that you can think of. Well, my family is from Kalinago territory, but I was raised in Bath Estate by my adopted parents. I've always loved our culture, Creole specifically, so I've always wanted to be able to contribute in a way to either Carnival or Creole, whichever one I could, and I can contribute to both of them, so I'm very happy and I'm very proud to do so, and I will continue to do so for as long as I can.
And where are you located?
Currently at Dons and Divas. Yes, that's where we are based for Amnesia Carnival Band and also our Creole Couture line that we put out every year for independence.
So what is your main message to, let's say, costume designers and so on?
I would tell them to don't give up because it is very hard producing a costume band in Dominica. It's a lot of expenses, like every little thing you can think of, from the truck to the performances, everything. Like, just keep on going at it. You must make it eventually. I would say my main reason is my support system, because I have thought of not doing certain things because of being overwhelmed or, just not in the right frame of mind. And I would say having a good support system, good friends, good family who see your potential and push you and always, want you to do your best, then that is what I would say pushes me.
And what is the feeling like having received this very very big award here this morning.
Honestly, I was not expecting it. I'm very happy. I'm grateful. I feel blessed, and I feel like as if this. I have a new chapter coming up in my life where I would be pursuing studies for costume and so on. So I feel like this is another stepping stone to that. I will be going all the way to Brazil. So I know for sure that I will be doing my best over there to improve my own specialties and probably learn more things to add to our own carnival product here.
Costume builder and designer Marlietta Valmond. The other awardees on Friday to mark International Women's Day were Dr. Nadia Wallace for mental health, teacher and drummer Vernanda Christian, teacher Leandra Lander for entrepreneurship and social change, Ernika Esprit of the DAPD, Regina Joseph Lestrade of the Kalinago Territory for agriculture, Agnes Joseph for community development, Melissa Morgan for social change, Apostle Jody Andrew for agriculture and spiritual upliftment, and Angelica Gasper for community development and agriculture. The Chinese embassy also recognized employees of the Dominica Infirmary, including Hazelia Bedminster, Davina Jeremiah, Ermine Henderson, Lisa Reed, and Kendra Jeffers. The 2025 Dominica Music Awards is set for May 17th this year. The event is organized by Creole Heartbeat and Ambassador Leroy Waddix Charles.
In light of and in recognition of the vibrancy and diversity of our music industry in Dominica, Creole Heartbeat and Ambassador Prince Waddix present the 2025 Dominica Music Awards. Nominations are now open and will close on March 31, 2025 for the 2025 Dominica Music Awards carried for May 17, 2025. Dominican music and content produced between February 13, 2024 and March 5th of this year are eligible. 25 exciting categories will be awarded this year to include Bouillon Artist of the Year, Cadence Calypso Artist of the Year, Gospel Artist of the Year, Soca Artist of the Year, Calypso Artist of the Year, Hip Hop Artist of the Year, Jazz Blues Artist of the Year, Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year, Compas Zouk Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Collaboration of the Year, Music Video of the Year, Producer of the Year, Songwriter of the Year, Male Artist of the Year, Female Artist of the Year, Band of the Year, Social Media Influence of the Year, DJ of the Year, Musician of the Year, Sound System of the Year, Manager of the Year, Photographer and Videographer of the Year, Sponsor of the Year, Event of the Year. For more information, you can contact our Creole Heartbeat Facebook page, or you could call 616-3457 or 225-1287 on this all-important 2025 Dominica Music Awards.
And that was Ambassador Leroy Waddix Charles of Creole Heartbeat, and of course May 17th, the Dominica Music Awards. 7 Dominican women are to be recognized at the Fort Young Hotel later today as the Institute for Fire Engineers of the Caribbean and South America holds a 3-day retreat in Dominica. Wayne Later of the Fire and Ambulance Department says the 7 women in various fields will receive an awards to mark International Women's Day today.
That function will also include an award ceremony where they will be awarding persons in Dominica. It's basically women in Dominica who are involved in culture and arts, community development, and so on, and emergency response. So they'll be awarding and giving award to 7 persons who were chosen. We have, for example, the Minister of Tourism is on board. We have the Bureau of Gender Affairs on board, and they are assisting with that retreat this weekend. So it's the Institute of Fire Engineers for the Caribbean and South America. It's a non-governmental organization, and they work with emergency organizations. So they're the ones planning that in Dominica for this weekend.
That was Wayne Later of the Fire and Ambulance Department. Let's move to news from the Bahamas, where the Bahamas government has said officials from SpaceX are due in the Bahamas following an explosion of one of SpaceX's Starship's rockets with debris falling into Bahamian airspace. The government said it has since been assured by SpaceX that the debris contains no toxic materials and that the debris will have not would have not expected to have any significant impact on marine life or water quality. Well, SpaceX's Starship, the spacecraft, exploded minutes after lifting off from Texas, dooming an attempt to deploy mock satellites in the second consecutive failure for this year for Elon Musk's Mars rocket program. Well, the government said it wanted to emphasize that the Starship is not part of the Bahamas Falcon 9 program. Let's move to news on the international scene, where we can tell you at least 14 people have been killed as Russian strikes hit several regions in Ukraine, including Donetsk and Kharkiv, according to Ukrainian officials. 8 residential buildings and administrative buildings were also reported damage following strikes. It comes after U.S. President Donald Trump says he was, quote, strongly considering, unquote, large-scale sanctions and tariffs on Russia, which he said is absolutely pounding Ukraine on the battlefield. The U.S. has limited Ukraine's access to satellite imagery and paused military and intelligence aid. Ukraine has continued to target Russia. The Russian Defense Ministry says it intercepted 31 drones overnight. We've come to the end of the DBS Major Morning News. Of course, thank you very much. Stay tuned. The best in sports comes up next right here on your nation station, DBS Radio. Stay tuned.
Yo, what's up? Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digicel TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
For over 47 years, the National Bank of Dominica Limited has been a cornerstone of our nation's development, standing by our customers at every step. Together, we are shaping a brighter future. We recognize that every journey is different, and we are dedicated to nurturing meaningful relationships. We are here to understand your needs and support your goals. Our personalized services are designed to provide the peace of mind you deserve wherever life takes you. Trust us to be there when it counts. With NBD, you have a partner invested in your success today, tomorrow, and always.
Welcome to the DBS Major Morning Sports this morning. Once again, I am your presenter, Joseph Fadul. Let's bowl off with some cricket news. Windward Island's fast bowler Gillan Tyson is hoping his 5-wicket haul can be the spark to great things to end the regional 4-day tournament. Tyson recorded his second 5-wicket haul of his career to guide the Windward Islands to a crushing innings win over the Leeward Island Hurricanes on Friday. Well, Tyson says it was pleasing, especially as he did not play in the previous game.
Firstly, I would like to say thanks to the Almighty Father for his continued blessings. I think that he had a lot to do with this performance, and I'd just like to say thanks. Very really good, because considering that I did not play the last game, I felt that I had to do a lot, and I went back and I did do a lot. And it was a good period for me personally, working on my game and myself, understanding the game as much as I could. So I think this one was very, very special.
How challenging was it for you? As you said, you didn't play the last game. The previous games before, you didn't really get too many wickets. How much of a challenge was it going into this game, knowing basically that a lot would be expected from the fast bowlers?
I think that, as I said, back in St. Vincent, I did a lot of personal work, so I think it was just a matter of me executing and backing myself, backing my ability as much as possible and staying in the game.
Windward Islands fast bowler Gillan Tyson. All-round performances from Ryan John and Shadrach Descat also helped the Windwards to their first win of the season, beating the Leewards inside 3 days. Well, the match highlights, Windwards made 480 all-out batting first. Shadrach Descat got 119 and Ryan John 109. Kenneth Demba 75 not out. O'Shane Thomas took 4 for 66 for the Leewards. Leewards in reply were all out for 195. Mikhail Wee got 84. Gillan Tyson took 5 for 45 and Ryan John 4 for 42. Leewards, asked to follow on, were all out for 225. Justin Greaves made 67. Descartes took 3 for 58 and Ryan John 2 for 21. The Windwards won by an innings and 60 runs. In other matches, a century for Ruston Chase and a 5-wicket haul as well, as Barbados beat the CCC by 10 wickets. The CCC made 262 batting first. Chase took 5 wickets. Barbados replied with 428, with Chase getting 122 and Kevin Wickham 95. CCC batting a second time were bowled out for 193. Camille Puran got 46, Jomel Warrican 5 for 59, and Ruston Chase 2 for 69. Barbados got 28 for no wickets to win by 10 wickets. In other action, Trinidad leads the West Indies Academy by 254 runs headed into the final day. Trinidad made 304 batting first. Joshua De Silva got 120, his third straight century. The West Indies Academy were bowled out for 268. Joshua Bishop got 102. Trinidad batting a second time with 218 at stumps. Cephas Cooper got 55 and Yannick Karaya 54. Kelvin Pittman took 4 for 38. Trinidad leads by 254 runs. And Jamaica chasing 489 to beat defending champions Guyana. Jamaica were bowled out for 44 runs in their first innings, with Ronaldo Ali Mohammed taking 6 for 17 and Niall Smith 4 for 21 for Guyana. Guyana in their second innings declared on 193 for 3. Kelvin Anderson followed up first innings century with 50 not out. Jamaica at stumps on day 3 were 179 for 3. Kirk McKenzie was not out on 104. Brandon King made 53. Jamaica needs 310 more runs on the final day. Scores in that game headed into the final day: Guyana 339 and 193, and Jamaica 44 and 179 for 3. Let's bring you some more cricket news, this time from the women's side. Well, Trinidad are the new CG United Insurance Regional Super 50 Overs champions. They hammered Barbados in a one-sided affair on Friday in St. Kitts. Barbados picked the wrong day, that is, for a meltdown with the bat and were bowled out for just 71 runs. Anisa Mohammed picked up 3 for 17 and Karishma Ramharak 2 for 12 for Trinidad. Trinidad replied with 75 for 3 to win by 7 wickets. Well, here now is the Trinidad captain, Karisha Ramharak.
It's absolutely amazing, when I got the opportunity to lead the team, I was really, really happy. But to do the job and get the job done, it's, no better feeling than, winning a trophy for your country.
Last time you guys won was 2017, and was that a big motivational factor coming into this series?
Not until we thought that, coming into the tournament, the kind of cricket we were playing, we didn't study how long we didn't win it, but the goal was always there to win it. And for us, we were able to execute every single time as bowlers, and I'll keep saying how proud I am of the bowlers and the way they were able to keep the teams down for those totals. It's really amazing. So for us, it's all about, coming and executing, and we did exactly that.
That was Trinidad's captain, Karisha Ramharak. Meantime, the Windwards beat the Leewards by 71 runs to secure 5th place. The Windwards made 130 batting first. Janelia Glasgow got 50. Leewards were all out for 59. Afi Fletcher picked up 5 for 12. And Guyana beat Jamaica by 82 runs to secure third place. Let's move over to some school sports action where 3 half-centuries were registered Friday as the Sports Division Secondary Schools Under-20 cricket tournament resumed after the carnival break. But there was no winner declared as the Academics and Castlebrew Secondary School played to a no results at the Benjamin's Park. Academics got 218 all-out batting first. Jelani Joseph top scored with 84, Luvio Charles added 58, and Darren Toussaint 30. Senior Fontaine took 4 for 32, and Aidan Burton 2 for 21 for the CBSS. The CBSS, the Castleborough Secondary School, reached 95 for 3 at stumps. Senior Fontaine was not out on 53, and Aidan Burton got 27. Joel Dura took 2 for 37 for the Academics. The match ended in a no result. Let's inform you right now of some volleyball action happening today. That's volleyball action happening today. Well, 3 matches are set for this afternoon as the KFC National Volleyball League resumes at the Massac Indoor Facility. Zebians will play R&D in the first match at 4 p.m. That will be followed by a match between Acers and Celtics at 6 p.m. And then Young Vets will play the Celtics at 8 p.m. And of course, once again, that's taking place today at the Massac Indoor Facility. Let's cross over to some chess news where a chance to represent Dominica at the CARICOM Chess Tournament is on the line as the Dominica Chess Federation stages an open tournament starting today. The event will be held at the Dominica State College. Here now is the Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Chess Federation.
The Dominica Chess Federation will be hosting an open chess tournament from Saturday, March 8th to Thursday, March 13th, 2025. The venue is the Dominica State College. There will be 9 rounds and the time controls 30 plus 30. Round 1 begins at 10 a.m. on Saturday, March 8th. There will be trophies and prizes to be won, and the top 2 male and female players emerging from this competition will qualify to represent Dominica at the CARICOM Chess Tournament later this year. So we're calling on all chess players and chess enthusiasts on island to participate in this open tournament. There is still time. Visit the Dominica Chess Federation's Facebook page for the link to register. You can email us at dominicachessfederation@gmail.com or call us at 285-4500.
And that was the Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Chess Federation, Dorothy John Baptist. We've come to the end of the DBS Major Morning News and Sports. It is the 8th day of March 2025. Of course, today is International Women's Day, and let's inform you that the Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education and the Portsmouth Parliamentary Representative, Mrs. Finella Wenham Shepherd, she will be the presenter of the DBS 1315 Total News this afternoon as we observe International Women's Day. So once again, of course, feature for this afternoon as DBS Radio also is celebrating and promoting International Women's Day. The Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education and the Portsmouth Parliamentary Representative, Mrs. Finella Wenham Shepherd, she will be the presenter of the DBS 1315 Total News. A few highlights coming up today. It's the final episode of Calypso Moments right here on DBS that comes on from 8 o'clock. And of course, it's the big return of Connecting the Dots right here from 9:30 on DBS Radio with Ivona John Baptist Luge and Nigel Francis. 3 o'clock, Ambassador Leroy Charles comes through. Of course, a few bits of highlighting aspects right here on DBS. On behalf of the entire news and sports department, I was your presenter this morning. My name is Joseph Fadul. Thank you very much for listening.
For all your shopping.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
For over 47 years, the National Bank of Dominica Limited has been a cornerstone of our nation's development, standing by our customers at every step. Together, we are shaping a brighter future. We recognize that every journey is different, and we are dedicated to nurturing meaningful relationships. We are here to understand your needs and support your goals. Our personalized services are designed to provide the peace of mind you deserve wherever life takes you. Trust us to be there when it counts. With NBD, you have a partner invested in your success today, tomorrow, and always.
Of course, that was the presentation of the DBS Major Morning News. Let's now bring you the insert of the package. This morning's edition of the insert of the package is brought to you compliments of our very good friends at A&A Low Price Center.
A&A Low Price Center in the village of Calabishi offers the best prices for the freshest products ever. One-stop convenient shopping at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi. For your foods, your everyday needs, snacks, liquor, dry goods, and more. Just about everything located in the flat of Calabishi, directly in the center of the village. Come to A&A Low Price Center on the highway in Calabishi. A&A Low Price Center is family owned and operated. It is fully computerized, VAT compliant, low tow, credit card and top-up capabilities. Stop at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi today or call 445-7655. Drop us an email at aanalowprice@gmail.com. A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Visit us today. Just walk in and be happy you did.
And this morning's edition of the insert of the package will come from the morning newscast as Dominica observes International Women's Day today, and of course an awards and recognition ceremony for of course deserving women took place yesterday. We can tell you that costume builder and designer Marliette Valmont was among 10 Dominican women recognized by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services in a recognition ceremony which took place on Friday. Here now is a small feature on Marliette and her costume building.
Okay, so I am a costume builder and designer. I also design warp duets, accessories for Creole, hats, bags, umbrellas, anything that you can think of. Well, my family is from Kalinago territory, but I was raised in Bath Estate by my adopted parents. I've always loved our culture, Creole specifically, so I've always wanted to be able to contribute in a way to either Carnival or Creole, whichever one I could, and I can contribute to both of them, so I'm very happy and I'm very proud to do so, and I will continue to do so for as long as I can.
And where are you located?
Currently at Dons and Divas. Yes, that's where we are based for Amnesia Carnival Band and also our Creole Couture line that we put out every year for independence.
So what is your main message to, let's say, costume designers and so on?
I would tell them to don't give up because it is very hard producing a costume band in Dominica. It's a lot of expenses, like every little thing you can think of, from the truck to the performances, everything. Like, just keep on going at it. You must make it eventually. I would say my main reason is my support system, because I have thought of not doing certain things because of being overwhelmed or, just not in the right frame of mind. And I would say having a good support system, good friends, good family who see your potential and push you and always, want you to do your best, and that is what I would say pushes me.
And what is the feeling like having received this very, very big award here this morning?
Honestly, I was not expecting it. I'm very happy. I'm grateful. I feel blessed, and I feel like as if I have a new chapter coming up in my life where I would be pursuing studies for costume and so on. So I feel like this is another stepping stone to that.